Hello, my friends. My name is Ryan Freeman, and I am along a river here in Taoyuan. Okay, why am I talking like that? I don't know. I'm doing this random video because I thought I would like you to join me on my picnic. I like to take picnics on Sunday. This is something I normally do, not just for the video. It's a lazy Sunday. I've got nothing to do. I'm a single bachelor here in Taoyuan. And regardless of my relationship status, even when I was married, I like to take picnics. I like going to open spaces. I like to feel the wind. There's not much sun. It's mostly cloud. Speaking of the wind, I should probably do something about that. I'm going to put the windshield on. 1 second, I'll be right back. And I am back. I have put the wind sock on top of my external microphone so that there's not too much of that wah 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 sound. I'm sorry, guys. I don't know why I'm silly. I don't know why I get silly. I'm not normally like this, I promise. Maybe it's because I'm excited. I am about to start my picnic. So I will introduce the things that I have purchased. This is nothing special. I didn't plan this. I literally just walked along the street, saw a bunch of food vendors. If you're curious, they are many of the food vendors that I talked about in a previous video. I'll put the link up above. If you watch that video, I am the alternative that I did not choose that day. I am at the quiet park near there. I am not hiking up Hutoshan. So I like to have one coffee in the morning and a coffee in the afternoon. Sometimes I drink more. This is a cappuccino from 7-Eleven. I bought it for 40 Taiwanese dollars. That is roughly equivalent to a little more than 3 US. It's a nice cappuccino. And I don't know why I took this off because my hands got a little burned right there. But it's a nice cappuccino. I also bought, I want to make sure that I hydrate myself as I dehydrate myself. I purchased this Taiwanese sports drink. This is like their version of the Gatorade. Supposed to refresh your electrolytes. Its main competitor here in Taiwan is Pocari Sweat. The Japanese version. They cost about the same, and they're very similar. Some people like Pocari Sweat, some people like this. I don't even know the name of this. I just get it because it's from Taiwan. I've had a lot of Pocari Sweat when I lived in Japan. It's very good. Sometimes I get that. And for food, I'm just going to eat the things, and I'll tell you what they are. Actually, some of this I have no idea. And I'm going to talk about my life. This is just going to be one of those videos that has no real theme. I'll talk about stuff that's been happening so far. Okay, this I'm kind of excited to eat. I don't know if it's going to be good. I got 2 of these. These are eggs on a stick. But as you can see, they're not very large eggs. That is because they are quail eggs. Quail eggs on a stick with some pepper, I believe, sprinkled on top. 4 quail eggs on one stick costs 15 Taiwanese dollars, so that is 50 US cents for this. There's an old man working by himself, and that's his job. He just cooks up quail eggs, puts them on a stick for 50 cents a stick. 15 Taiwanese dollars. And they're very good. Very, very good. Perfect texture. Just the right amount of pepper, maybe a little salt too. Very nice. I love eggs. If I had to choose maybe just one food for the rest of my life, it might be eggs. I love poached eggs, scrambled eggs. I love my fried eggs sunny side up. I like them over easy. I like them over medium. I like boiled eggs. I love soft boiled eggs. I love eggs. And quail eggs. I don't normally order them, but they are, in Asia you do run across these quite often. And these looked quite good, and they taste very good. Get my protein. I love yolk. I've never understood people who just eat egg whites. Well, maybe if you have some sort of health goals, or I don't really know. If you watch my other video, you'll know that I don't really dig into the science of nutrition. I like to listen to my body, and my body says egg yolk tastes good. So, you see, I eat very fast. And I start to dance when I'm enjoying my food because I'm so happy. All right, so what should I talk about? Okay, let's talk. Do you guys want drama, or do you guys want a heartwarming story? Okay, let's start with the heartwarming story. I would say one of the nice things about life is meeting people. Sometimes it's the hard part of life because you meet some difficult people. But meeting really nice people, whether or not they're your coworkers, your acquaintances, or they become your friends or a lover, it's just always nice to meet other nice souls, different types of personalities, like having different types of food. Rather than just eating regular eggs, having a quail egg. It's not your favorite type of egg, but it's pretty good. I've even had ostrich eggs, and that's weird. Okay, back to people. So my coworkers, I have several African ladies from Africa, from South Africa, young ladies. And we all are very different personality types. I know I'm probably not the easiest person to work with. I'm kind of ridiculous sometimes. I'm not gonna berate myself, but I don't know. Sometimes it's you don't know how your relationship is going to be with the people you share an office with. You hope it to be good. Sometimes there's drama. I have had a little drama with one of them, but we've since become closer. There's always sort of a feeling out amongst one another. But she asked me to help her with a video, and we had fantastic chemistry together, talking. It was sort of like, what's the difference between South African pronunciation and American pronunciation? And we were doing this video. We had so much fun, and this other South African teacher, Gemina, she is a gem. Her name is Gemina, but she is a real gem. She is just one of the sweetest girls I have ever met. And this girl, Promise, she's a handful sometimes, but I love her too. She's adorable. Basically the heartwarming story is, my coworkers are very interesting. They're adorable. My jiu-jitsu classmates are extremely helpful, all very supportive. I injured my thumb, and I talked about this in the last video. You can click on that if you haven't watched that. And they were all very cool about rolling with me, chill. It's a really safe gym. They're so helpful. The lead instructor showed me how to bandage my thumb. I would just say I've had a lot of really helpful, friendly people here in Taiwan. Okay, but a little drama. Short drama story. This morning I go onto my balcony to smoke a cigarette, my morning cigarette, and I see a little dog taking a shit right in front of my apartment door. And I noticed that dog shits were just appearing there, and a lot of people weren't cleaning them up. Well, I could have cleaned them up. I ended up cleaning this one up, but I saw the dog's owner. It was this old lady who was acting like she didn't know her dog was taking a shit there. And she was an old lady, with a cane and shit, right? I didn't say anything at first. I just looked at her, and I'm 3 floors up on my balcony. And she knows that I'm looking at her. Maybe she suspects that usually when you know that you've done something naughty, like let your dog shit in front of an apartment building, you sort of you've done something bad. Well, she had that look, and she looked up at me, and I said, "Hey, ni hao, Nita Gao pooped. Nita Gao pooped," and I was pointing at the poop. Nita Gao means your dog. I don't know the Chinese word for poop. I think she understood what I meant, but she just kept walking. Maybe she had no idea what I meant. Maybe she thought I was a crazy foreigner. But that was unfortunate. And then it made me realize, Ryan, you know, sometimes you... I don't know. It made me think about myself, you know, like, am I leaving poop on other people's doorsteps metaphorically? I don't know why. I have a very philosophical turn of mind when I'm smoking a cigarette. So this is something that, you know, people don't talk about. We talk about sometimes the cognitive benefits of nicotine. We talk about all the negative health elements of combusting plant matter and inhaling that into your lungs. There's a lot of that. One of the things that I've found, at least consciousness-wise, is that when I take the time to stand on my balcony and smoke a cigarette, a lot of things crystallize in a way philosophically that they don't normally do throughout my day. So smoking a cigarette is sort of like a portal into philosophizing about various aspects of life. Okay, you guys all know what this is. This is just a sausage. I don't know. You know, Asian sausages can sometimes tend to be sweeter than what we're used to. I just got this sausage. Guess how much it cost me? I think it cost me 40 Taiwanese dollars. Maybe 30, maybe 40. So a little over a US dollar. It's sweet. It's sweet and very succulent. A little sweet and savory. I don't know if you're a fan of sweet sausages. I don't mind them sometimes. I definitely prefer spicy sausages. Here's the thing. When you can't really speak the language, and that's my fault, you can't ask them, hey, is that sweet or is that spicy? What's the flavor? Living in a foreign country is great because you could try all sorts of different foods. But sometimes you try foods and you don't really like it. This is not bad. The texture is perfect. The juiciness is perfect. The sweetness, not quite what I was expecting. I'm going to save it for later, see if I still want it. Now this cost me, how much did she charge me? 40? I don't know if it's really 40. Maybe it is. Depends what it is. I never know if they're overcharging me. I don't know where I left off, but basically, me and the lunch lady got into it, and I'm about to eat a donut. This donut is made out of rice. It cost me 35 Taiwanese dollars, so a little over $1 US. It's made out of rice. You can choose the various powders that they'll dip it in, cinnamon, sugar. I chose chocolate powder. So a rice donut. This is the only place I've had rice donuts. It's a lot chewier, a lot more gummy. It's a nice gummy. It's a very nice gummy. It's not a bad gummy. But it's certainly not a bread donut or a flour donut. It's a rice donut. Very good. Very, very nice, actually. Would I take it over a regular donut? For the novelty, yes, but if I had to choose for the rest of my life, I would take regular donuts. But very good. Anyways, something happened with my camera. I'm not sure if I finished the story or not. I just wanted to share some of the stuff that's been happening and talk while I'm eating. By the way, I saw a video where a woman was talking about her life while she was drinking a whole thing of root beer and burping the entire time. And I thought that was hilarious. So, I'm not burping, I'm just eating while talking. But let's see. It was kind of fun. Thank you for joining me on my picnic. I don't know if I finished that last story because I don't even know if my camera was recording. But thank you for joining me along the Nankan River. I will see you next time. My name is Ryan. Bye.